Hello, I'm Colleen Fritz. I'm an assistive technology specialist and speech language pathologist for Palm Beach County School District. And today I'd like to share some information with you, and I'm going to go ahead and present my screen. We are going to talk about environmental communication symbols and how to use them in the home. So let's go ahead and get started. So here are some of our discussion points today. First, we'll define environmental communication symbols. I'm going to highlight how core vocabulary and aided language stimulation can be used with environmental communication symbols. And we'll also how to review how to use low-tech communication boards during various activities at home and in the community, employing the prompt hierarchy and descriptive feedback. So environmental communication symbols. I think you're becoming very familiar with our communication boards and different systems that we have available. Environmental communication symbols are picture symbols that we're using within the environment to facilitate modeling of augmentative alternative communication and also to give our children an opportunity to communicate in that environment very easily and provide some control over their environment. So in the past, we've talked about core versus fringe. Core vocabulary is reusable across context. It makes up about 250 to 400 words. So anytime that we're talking, about 80% of what we say is a very small set of vocabulary words that we use. We also use fringe vocabulary, but it's more specific and it makes up about 20% of anything that we say. It's different for different people and it's mostly nouns. Core vocabulary doesn't lend itself to pictures. So as you can see in our example, the picture symbol for go is a right arrow. Well, you wouldn't necessarily know without seeing the letters G-O that that was the symbol for go. But I think the fringe symbol, home, would be easily recognizable because it's a picture of a house. We use core vocabulary when using our environmental communication symbols, and we can mix some fringe in with it too. So here you see in the center is our 90 core board or communication board that we use here in Palm Beach County School District. And looking at those 90 words, I thought about what does our home environment look like and what symbols can I use from this 90 core? And so let's start with doors. Whether it's a door into another room or out of a room or into your house or out of your house, you can use symbols like go in, go out, open, help, where. And you might want to add some fringe vocabulary to the front door when you're getting ready to go out, because then you can talk about places in the environment or in the community that you might go to. Light switches, faucets, electronic devices, you might have something like turn on, turn off, turn up, turn down, or help. And then with cabinets, dishwasher, toy boxes, closet, drawers, you could have symbols like put in, take out, put on, take off, get it, want that. Kitchen refrigerator in the pantry, you might have open, want, drink, eat. This might be another place where you put some specific vocabulary or fringe vocabulary about different foods or drinks that you have often. Another symbol that you might use in your environment is the word no or not. Placing it on a stove or another item that you might want the children to stay away from. All right. Aided language stimulation. We've talked about aided language stimulation in the past, and here is a definition of it. But as you have symbols in your environment, you can model for your children how to use those symbols. That's what aided language stimulation is about. It's using their language to communicate with them. If they're going to get fluent in that language has to be modeled for them, just like you would model any other foreign language or sign language. So what does that look like? Well, let's take a look at a video. So I'll stop presenting this and we will move on and take a look at a video that I have for you. You may have to turn up your computer volume to hear the video. It's always played a little bit lower than the sound that you're hearing now. So here we go.
Hello, my name's Colleen Fritz. I'm an assistive technology specialist with Palm Beach County School District. And today we're going to talk about environmental communication symbols. I have some on the door right here. We can use these symbols to model for our children words that they can say. So I can tell you all, let's go in. And then I can unlock the door and open it. You know, sometimes I need help. So let's go in.
Turn on, turn off can be placed by light switches or any other device that turns on and off.
Here we are in the kitchen. Let's turn on the lights. I'm kind of hungry. I think I'm going to go over to the refrigerator. I might want a drink or maybe even something to eat. I wonder what is in my refrigerator. Well, let me open it and take a look. Oh, I've got milk and almond milk. I think I'll get the milk. Yeah, I'm going to get it. I've got my milk. I need a glass. So I can take it out of my dishwasher. The dishes are clean, so I will take out. Okay, I have my glass. Now, once I finish with my glass, after I've had my drink of milk, I can put in my glass back into the dishwasher. I also, if I have trash, can come right over here and say, put in, and I can drop my trash in. Another symbol that's helpful in the kitchen is the symbol no or not. I have this placed on the oven because if you're dealing with hot pans, you might want to say, no, don't come near the hot food. So those are some of the things that you can put in the kitchen to model for your child to help them begin to learn the language of AAC.
Over time, your children use the symbols to say put in, take out, or that they want something out of the refrigerator.
Here we are, and we're ready now to go out. We're back at the front door, and it's time to leave. So you can, once again, talk about opening the door, and sometimes you might need some help. Also, we've added something here. We can talk about where we're going to go. Are we going to go to school? Go to the store? Go to a restaurant? Or maybe we'll go visit family or friends. Or you can just ask the question, where? So, time to go. We're going to go out. So long.
I hope you enjoyed that video. And I am going to share the presentation again. And we'll go down to our next slide. We'll talk a little bit about implementation activities. But first, I just want to remind you from the video, you saw that I used aided language stimulation. I modeled those symbols in the environment to say go in or go out. I also would, over time, expect to see that the children or the students would be using those symbols to talk to you. So you want to remember that about that prompt hierarchy, and to make sure that when you say something, you have pause time so that your child can have time to think about what he wants to say or what she wants to say back to you. So remember the prompt hierarchy. And then once they go ahead and point to a particular symbol or two symbols, make sure that you're giving them descriptive feedback, that you're telling them, you said go out. Let's go out. And let them know that you're hearing what they're saying. So the implementation activity. Select two areas of your home to add environmental communication symbols to. And you can request these from your school, or you can request them from me, and I'll make sure that you get some environmental communication symbols. Then use aided language stimulation to model communication using these environmental communication symbols, and do it daily in selected areas of your home. It really allows you a lot of opportunities to use these symbols, because when you're in the environment, they're right there and they're ready for you to use. So remember to model for your child, but don't require them to imitate. Let them initiate in their own time. And that's what I'm talking about with the prompt hierarchy. Give them that pause time. We don't have to ask them questions over and over again. Give them a moment to process and think about what it is that they want to say. So I really thank you a lot. Here is my email address if you have any questions, or you can get in contact with your child's school to get more information. I really appreciate your time today, and I hope that this training was helpful for you. Have a great day.